Hey, Gary Price with Perfect Shot Outdoors. I'm here with Mark Ayers, a good friend of mine. Mark, how long you been doing this?
Well, I've been turkey hunting ever since there was a turkey season in Ohio. I think they started, I'm not sure on the dates, but it was in the late 70s.
In the late 70s,
Yeah.
wow.
So that's when I started. And
How's it changed from the early days as far as the turkey hunt itself?
a lot more turkeys, that's for sure. So we didn't have as many turkeys. We didn't have as much gobbling activities. But, I mean, when you found a gobbler, it was...
just you and him,
Yeah, it was just you and that bird, and you didn't have quite the competition of other hunters or turkeys. So now today there's a lot of turkeys and a lot of opportunity to hunt them.
Well, I tell you what, our hats off to National Wild Turkey Federation for the job they've done. All the game departments. I mean, because birds, no matter what state you're in, as far as I know,
Right.
maybe Alaska is not, but about any state that you're in, you got a population of birds to hunt, and that's due to hunters' dollars and National Wild Turkey Federation, and everybody just does good work in that community.
Right.
And I mean, it goes across the board. You got pheasants forever and quail, and gets the kids involved, and just all in all. That's how important hunting is to everybody.
It's grown quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's really nice. With all the kids, youth hunts and everything today, it's got everybody, the family's all involved. So.
I tell you, locally, a lot of guys, including myself, look up to Mark. He does good work with these turkey calls. You can't beat them. We was discussing before that, hey, find yourself a good call maker. They're out there. I mean, this is
a lot of good call makers out there.
This is the go-to guy for us here. Store-bought calls, they're good, but man, I got faith, and when I use one of this guy's calls, I got the best there is.
Right.
And you got to go in the woods just like a fishing lure. If you got faith in that lure, you can make things happen.
Right.
And but Mark, maybe we could start out with a pot call or something and kind of show them how to run one of those.
Oh, sure. This is a slate call I make, a walnut slate. You take a little Brillo pad here, clean your slate up. You don't have to worry about what direction you go in. Some guys do circles, some guys go straight across. I just like to clean it all up, blow a little bit of the dust off of it. You can run the call with the striker on there, but this dust seems to load up the tip sometimes. But anyways, we'll just try hickory on a slate. You hold it like a pencil in your hand. You put it on the slate call, and you can either make lines, just little lines like that, or you can just make little circles. We'll just make little circles, and then I'll tell you what's important. Little circles. Now what you want to do is once you put that striker, that peg on that slate, you don't want to write like you're writing your name, because it gets off of this little radius right here. So what you want to do is once you put it on there, it's just a slight angle, maybe about 3 degrees, is you kind of just want to hold the peg and then kind of just move your wrist. That way you're not doing the little circle and you're not getting off that point, because if you get off your point of impact, you'll start losing. It changes on here. So that's a very important tip. Use your wrist once you find the angle, and try not to, actually you know if you're doing it wrong, if the top of the peg is going like this. So you got 2 different circles going on. You got one at the top and one at the bottom. So that's
we ain't making that crazy 8s, are we?
Yeah. So
now that's a yelp, am I correct on that?
I was doing a little yelp, a little circle.
Well, that's pretty simple for a guy that's never hunted before or is intimidated. They could grab him a slate call and at least make some turkey sounds.
Very simple. To make a cluck on it, you would just lay it on there. Just pop down. There's your clucks. Same way with the purr.
Now, how much pressure are you putting on that peg?
A minimal amount. I can feel a lot of it in my thumb and kind of my index finger. If you play with a little bit, I mean, definitely, another thing you don't want to do is you don't want to get down too far on this striker. If you get down too far on the striker here, it just cuts off all this vibration, and you'll get a squeaky call. So you got to at least leave about an inch at the bottom between where you hold it. A lot of guys will grab a striker and they'll go way down like this, and that's the way you do your pencil. And the beginners, guys, and they'll get a squeaking sound.
Hard to make a bad call on that, a sound on that call, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's why I use them.
It was working, even though I was going too close. The majority of the beginner guys they'll get a high squeak. Maybe it'll do it on the glass. Yeah, that little yelp, just kind of roll it, pull it across. Here's the first part. And if you do it, pull it a little further with the circle, you'll get the second part. Actually, the first part is like this. Second part's like this. You put those two together with a circle. First. Second. Second. First. Now put them together with a circle. That way you get the two notes. And like I said, the cluck, you can soften it down. You don't have to really. That's more of a cut. I mean, you soften that cluck down a little bit. Little sweet yelp. If you want to purr, just pull down, hold it. I'd say if he's 300 or 400 yards away and you get his attention, he gobbles. He knows where you are at within a 30-yard circle. If that turkey's 100 yards away, 75 yards away, he knows where you're at within a 10-yard circle. But yeah, the volume is critical.
I'll say this. I think you'll agree with me. I mean, you show how easy it is to make a turkey sound, and sometimes that's all you need to do. I mean, and that bird will come running in. But I think where your experience comes in is know how to read that bird. I mean, does he want light calling, or that's not working?
Right.
Should I fire him up? I mean, that's stuff that's what makes turkey hunting fun, because you're learning on the fly. You're learning as you're going.
Exactly.
And every bird, no matter how long you've hunted, is teaching you something.
Exactly.
And hey, I mean, he's showing you how easy it is to actually make some turkey sounds. If you've never done it before, get out and give it a try. And mastering your craft or learning the woods or the turkeys is all the fun.